Florida has 8,436 miles of coastline. Within that massive area, a resourceful angler should be able to find millions of spots to cast a line. In today's video, we're keeping it simple. No fancy boats or crazy destinations. We're using our own 2 feet and a simple kayak to get out and explore some of Florida's ridiculous roadside fishing. Good morning, everyone. We are walking, what, like a mile? About a mile long walk to go wade out, try and catch a bunch of fish. So let's get after it. Come on, dude. Day one started out with meeting up with a couple local anglers, guys from the West Coast area and guys that know a ton about wade fishing. I fished with this gentleman before. His name is Wader Dave. He's a local legend. He spent probably 30 years, 40 years pre-Google Maps just huffing it out around the Tampa Bay area, finding these awesome wade areas, finding these awesome locations to catch a ton of fish. And he is just a wealth of knowledge. Okay, we are getting out here. Oh, look. That's looking cool.
Yeah,
wow, look at all the birds.
So you got this trough that runs all the way along the shoreline.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the tide's up, you got plenty of cover too. The snook and everything, they'll move right up inside here. But we got a negative low right now. You've got this bar that runs all the way along the shoreline. And it's got, I don't know, probably a mile and a half, 2 miles long. Lots of grass, lots of potholes.
Okay.
And you may get a chance to sight fish for some trout in here, maybe some reds.
So as you guys can hear from all those birds, this area is just full of life. There is seagrass all over, which just houses all these little microorganisms, you know, small crabs, small shrimp, smaller bait fish, which snook, redfish, sea trout, Spanish mackerel, catfish, ladyfish, jacks, all of those come in here on these flats to feed on all of that forage. So just all this seagrass, you know, creates all that all that habitat for the fish to come in. And it's awesome to see all the seagrass over here. I don't get to experience this really much on the East Coast, unfortunately, due to our mismanagement of all the habitat over there. It's kind of, you know, it's been destroyed. A lot of that's from, you know, runoff from local, you know, a lot of that's from runoff from your fertilizers that people fertilize their lawns with. Part of that's from increased runoff from just increased populations on the East Coast. It's really unfortunate to see because you used to see a lot of seagrass like this over on the East Coast. But, you know, I like to experience different fisheries, and that's why I'm over here experiencing this today. And if we can, you know, provide knowledge and show how valuable and awesome resources like this are, I think it can help, you know, sustain them in the future so that future generations can come over here and experience stuff like this. So we made our way out onto this flat and we were looking for a bunch of different species. Primarily, I really wanted to catch some redfish because I just don't see that many redfish inshore over in my area these days. So that was it's one of the cool things that I like to catch when I pop over to the West Coast. Didn't find many redfish, so we made our way out to the deeper area and we started catching sea trout. So we are switching to a smaller and heavier presentation. I'm swapping to a jig head and the old reliable Slam Shady. Bam. Bring that guy up. I think this is about 1/8 of an ounce. There we go. Everyone's catching a bunch of trout. Let's put out this Slam Shady, see if we can get a bite. Oh, Dave's on again. You caught 3 fish in the time it took me to re-rig.
Yeah, well. Good time. That's a little better fish.
There. Oh, he was on for a second. There we go. That's a fish.
There you go.
Got us a little trout or something. He might be hooked funny. Ooh, there we go. There's a little inshore fishing action on the Slam Shady. Oh, look at that beautiful sea trout. Probably like 14-inch fish, just under legal size. Man, make sure wet my hand before I touch this guy. They're a little fragile, but man, they are pretty. Tell you guys what, never get sick of looking at them. Old yellowmouth, one of the most aggressive bites. Not the hardest fighters in the world, but just aggressive bites. Look at those teeth. They use those teeth to grab onto their prey, latch onto them, and then they choke them down. Really, really pretty fish. See you later, dude. Oh, that was one. Real soft bite. I thought I was just snagged on the bottom. Again, just picked it up off the bottom.
Yep. If you get into that grass, you'll get them.
Yep. Oh, this is a micro. What do you think that water temp is? 65?
Yeah, this morning it said 64.5.
Gotcha.
It'll warm up today. It's supposed to get up to the mid-70s today.
Yeah.
It'll warm up a little bit.
Yeah. Brent is slaying them over there.
Yeah, they're just...
There's so many little... It's what's crazy about when you find the schools of trout. Sometimes, like, especially the schoolie size like this, you can sit here and just catch 100 of them in one day, just fan cast in that same area, as long as that tide and pattern stays the same. So it's really fun. It's something cool to come do with your kids, and you just need some soft plastics, some light leader, and some light spinning rods, and you can have a ton of fun. There we are. Man, the trout are ferocious today. Oh!
A little better.
Choked it.
So when we get with trout like this, I usually just crimp down my barb.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to release them.
Yeah, quick action. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate your time. It seemed like every single cast, if you had the right presentation, you were gonna get bit by like a 12 to 14 inch sea trout. They were just everywhere. And I caught a couple of those, but my mind was on other stuff once I got a couple of those under my belt. I was thinking, man, that shoreline looks great. Let me head over to this shoreline. I'll just go over there solo, see if I can find some reds just cruising down. So right now, I'm kind of just walking down this shoreline, moving out to a little bit more than knee-deep water, fan casting around, seeing if I can pick up a redfish or a bigger trout. Then I'll move back in closer to the shoreline where it's shallower, about shin high. And I'm just kind of trying to find some fish right now because there's just not all that much going on. Dave had to take off, so I'm solo now. The other guys are way off the distance. They're about the size of an ant for me right now. So I am solo, just trying to find some fish. And yeah, it's not all that much happening right now. Still throwing just like the little paddle tail. I love slam shadies as just like a search bait. That vibrations, you're able to work it faster, you're able to work it slower. I've changed to screw lock hook with the lightweight just because we're in shallower water now. Let's find some fish. We got to get something a little bit bigger than those sea trout. After 3 hours of looking down that shoreline, I realized I had made a huge mistake. So I called up Brent, and if you guys don't know who Brent is, he's actually a fellow YouTuber. Brent, his channel is called See a Dude, and he's local to the Tampa area. So I called up Brent and I was like, yo dude, what are you catching? He's like, hey, we're catching a couple sea trout, a couple bigger ones. So I headed over to his area. Because she's oh, that's a fish. There we go, that's a trout. I haven't caught a fish in so long. Is he still on? Did he come off? He's just charging me. Oh, that's a better one. That's my best trout of the day. That was my best trout of the day. Ooh, angry trout. That is a solid trout right there. Probably 19, 20 inch fish. Been a long day of casting in between my last bite and this one, so this is a welcome sight. Gorgeous fish. If I had ice and I was ready, I would actually consider bringing this guy home to eat, but he is really lucky that I'm unprepared today, so he's gonna get to go back. Just beautiful, man. Look at that mouth. Again, like I always wet my hands when I grab these guys because they are kind of fragile, but it's got that big old fang, those teeth to just grab onto prey, latch onto them, and then munch them down. Super sick. We're gonna get him back to the depths.
Right on my foot.
Crazy. You can't even see him. How well
He just bumped my foot. Yeah. I thought he's still bumping it.
So our basic setup for today is an Ocean's Legacy Cloud 9 7'1" Stratic 3K with some 15-pound braid, 20-pound mono leader, and we're fishing a bunch of different baits. And we actually have a deal for you guys today. I'm out with a bunch of dudes from Salt Strong, and they're running a promotion for only 100 of you guys. So the first 100 people to do this will get access to this. They're giving out 3 packs of lures. So you get some jerk shads, small white paddle tails, bigger white paddle tails, as well as a couple different jig heads to try out, all for only $1. You also, for that $1, get access to their entire website and all of their courses, all of their fishing information, their entire Salt Strong network. You get a free 2-week access to that. They're gonna send you guys reminders, let you know that your 2 weeks is ending and everything. It's just a great deal. It is a great way for you guys to try some awesome lures, try some new baits, get some new information, and see if, you know, Salt Strong is a resource that's something that you would enjoy. What was that? That sounded giant, dude. Probably mega mullet. But yeah, big thanks to Salt Strong for doing this. I really think a lot of you guys are going to enjoy getting a couple of these baits. So hit the link below. It's the first link in the description, and I probably also have a pinned comment. Now let's get back to fishing.
Yeah, that was really loud. Oh, what?
Dude.
I'm recording. Yeah, I got you.
This is a good fish.
You got a red?
Dude, I was aggressively hopping that thing.
You got a red, or what do you got?
Oh, maybe a lady. I think I love it. It's the hardest pull that I've had all day. Oh, it's sprinting.
Big trout.
Oh,
you
God,
snagged
the
him.
trout
You snagged him. Yeah. PB trout on the side. Oh, not me.
Oh, God. It's attacking Brett. Good trout.
Yeah, it is.
Come off when he's hooked in the head. That is another beautiful trout. I was just hopping the absolute crap out of this Power Prawn Junior, and I was like, just, you know, just joking around, messing with it, and we got tight on him. He probably tried to eat it and just got him in the back of the head, but another beautiful fish, probably 18-inch trout. Let's let him go. Whoa.
I probably got water on the lens now.
All those 3 packs.
Oh!
Why is my drag so loose?
Dude, no, that's a big ol'...
I gotta get my hands on him. I'll be my biggest one today for sure.
Oh my God. Oh, that's a good one, dude. Holy cow, that's a really good one.
Yeah, buddy, how you doing?
That was a nice trout.
Come say hi.
Dude, they love to splash the GoPro. That's what I've learned about those things. All they ever do is just give you watermarks on your GoPro. Dude, that thing's solid. That's probably the biggest fish of the day for the group.
That's bigger than mine.
He's over 20 inches. Oh, he's puffing.
He's probably like 22.
Sure.
Dude, on the Power Prawn.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice fish, brother.
What do they call the smaller one? The junior? Power Prawn Junior?
Yeah, Power Prawn Junior.
Yeah, right there. He smoked it right on the far edge of that little pothole up there.
Big fish. What's crazy is I think how old those fish are once they get over 20 inches. Like, they're like over 10 years old, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
Care about measuring it?
by far. Nah. Not too concerned. I mean, he's over 20 for sure.
I think
Probably 22.
I think if I caught that trout, that would be my PB trout.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I have any memorable ones. They're all like 20 inches. And then we actually caught something that I did not expect to catch on this trip at all. And we caught multiple of them.
If I get another one pushing 20, I'm keeping it. I was pissed. I had
There we
to
go.
let the other one go.
Doubled up, boy.
If that's a double up on a flounder,
I think I have a flounder.
that is sick.
I got a flounder.
I got a flounder.
We did double flounders.
Not bad.
Double.
Whose is bigger?
Yours is definitely bigger than mine. On the Power Prawn though, switch to that right away. My first flounder. Yeah.
Are you still using the 8?
Yeah. I'm just working it
Whoa.
real slow.
Angry, angry, angry. Calm down, girl. Calm down. It's okay. Dang, she just spit up a shrimp head.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at that ugly little thing.
That's kind of crazy.
These fish are delicious, y'all. Absolutely delicious. Love eating them. This one's way too small. They gotta be like 16 inches, and we're only gonna keep a mega if we catch it today, but gorgeous.
Not even hooked, he just won't like
Just cheers, brother. So after catching a bunch of those bigger trout and a bunch of flounder, we decided we were gonna move inside. There were some areas that I'm gonna call ponds. They're definitely connected to the main river, so there's a lot of water flow and they're not true ponds, but it really seemed very pond-like and it was a really secluded area out of the wind. Brinkley, who actually has taken over a lot of the wade business that Dave used to do, he's a good friend of Dave's and he was fishing with us. He's like, hey man, if you wanna catch a snook, let's go head into this area and you might get a bite or two. So we all waded around there. Brinkley caught 2 nice snook right off the bat, and as soon as I got in there I made a couple casts and hooked up to something that I did not expect at all. That's a fish. That's a fish. There we go. Really slow dragging it on the bottom. Knew with this cold weather these fish are going to be lazy. I'm gonna want it real slow. Oh, it's a trout. Oh no, it's a red. Yeah. Got us a little redfish. Beautiful. That's sick. We were not expecting that today. That is a beautiful cold water red. Look how blue that tail is, man. That's like one of the bluest tails I've ever seen on a redfish. Beautiful little, I don't know, 15, 16 inch red. Ate the Slam Shady, just absolutely smoked it. Man, that's fun. It's crazy how different, you know, fishing could be. It was a couple weeks ago I was catching triple digit tuna on poppers, but this stuff excites me too. Little kids are stoked back there. They want to come fishing. Let's catch you. Bam, pop this guy out. Bam. Let's let him go. Let him grow up to be a true donkey. Oh. Water's chilly in here, man. I was just slow rolling it on the bottom and he picked it up. With the redfish under my belt, I realized I was like, hey man, I'm actually only catching 1 snook away from having a slam. So I started fishing really, really hard. Oh my God, smoked it right at my feet. Are you kidding me? I was about to reel up and cast again and it smoked it right there. What the heck? Oh, we got a jack. Oh my God. That thing inhaled the Slam Shady. Literally at my rod tip. What the heck? Woo. We're catching all sorts of species today. This is actually the first junk we caught all day. We caught sea trout, we caught flounder, we caught redfish. This is the first quote unquote trash fish. And they're still one of my favorites. Nice Jack Crevalle on the Slam Shady. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, I know.
Hey, I got a good one.
Yeah? You need help?
Did I come over with the net?
And my hunger started getting the best of me, so I was like, you know what? Let's just get out of here, boys. Maybe I'll come back and fish the afternoon. So we're all walking back when all of a sudden I get a bite. And then we'll do a couple days with Tropic Star Lodge, like the big lodge. Oh my God, there we go.
There you go.
There we go. That's a snook, man. That is a snook. That's crazy. We were done for the day, man. Ooh, we got a good snook. Wow, he thumped the heck out of that thing. I was like just messing around, just sitting here talking. Doink! Love that feeling. It's an unmistakable thump when a snook just hits your lure. Oh man.
Nice snook,
Dude, that's sick. Come on in, buddy. I mean, what else could you want inshore fishing? We got all the species today, man.
Grand Slam, flounder.
Yeah, I guess the flounder makes it a grand slam.
Sir.
We gotta go real easy with these snook. I only got 20-pound leader, so that's why it looks like I'm just like really messing around with them, but they fray off very, very easily. So I'm just trying to get them up so you guys can see them real quick. He is spunky with this cold water.
You still fighting this thing?
Dude, don't worry about me, worry about you. Cold finesse, you wouldn't know anything about it. Learn it on the East Coast. Look at that. Nice. Probably a solid 20, 21 inch snook. Just beautiful thump Slam Shady in this cold water. They're just sitting here down here on the bottom, man. They're just chilling. We've between the group, I think we caught 4, probably hooked 5 or 6. But same area that I caught the redfish in. Gorgeous, just super pretty, super fun. One of my favorites. I'm glad that I get to catch him, let him go to be caught again. Look at him, it's just sucking on my thumb here. Look at him, that's cool. Let's see if he swims off. Ready? See you later, dude. Oh, that was sick. Although it felt like I was grinding a couple times, it's pretty darn cool to say, in one morning, went out and got a full slam and multiple flounder just by foot, just by walking around in a set of waders, casting a bunch of lures. So huge thank you to Brinkley. I have his Instagram linked below or flashing on the screen or something like that, and the Salt Strong team for just linking me up and, you know, letting us get out and do this fishing trip, because that was just a ton of fun. Literally walking off the side of the road and being able to catch a full slam is just spectacular, and that's why Florida is just such an awesome fishery. You know, you fish out of a kayak so you don't have to walk places, but now Trevor has me dragging this kayak. This is extra skinny back here. I just did like a mile-long paddle, got a nice pump in the legs, and now we're dragging through this tiny creek. I think Trevor might be taking me out here to kill me or something.
Hope the water comes in a little bit.
Well, the wind's pushing it. That tide's just got to switch. Like, it's going to start rushing in here once that tide switches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you're taking me through the Amazon. Look at this.
I mean, you can see some of my trackage from here before.
Your own feet prints?
I'm the only one that comes through here. So, we just got to get to this little cove right here, and then this is the channel. This is probably at all points at least like a foot to 2 foot deep at all times.
Okay.
We just got to get to here.
That's fine, dude. Dude, when we used to shark fish from the beach, we would drag a kayak just across land, just full of all our gear.
Yeah. It's just, these kayaks are a little bit heavier.
Oh, they're weighed down.
So,
yeah.
I don't know if it's, if we need to like help each other, if we can do that.
Yeah.
Or,
I think we're dragging them fine.
Okay.
By the way, guys, this is Trevor Sodi, professional photographer, videographer, semi-pro kayak angler.
Semi. I know a thing or two about kayaking.
And huffing it through the muck. Cardio. So for day 2, wanted to do something that I have very little experience with. Wanted to get out and kayak fish. So here we are out on the kayak, and we have been doing a lot of fun stuff today. I've also been doing stuff that led me to a lot of frustration. We came way up in here in these backwaters in Tampa Bay, and we had to go through this little creek, y'all. That was probably one of the most infuriating things in my life. I'm not used to pedal drive, so I'm not great at steering, and we kept getting into areas where I would having to lift the pedal drive, put it back down. We're going against the current, we're running into mangroves, we're running into spider webs. It was an adventure, to say the least. Finally, after about an hour of going up this tiny little winding creek, we come into this giant open expanse, and it's this awesome estuary that's just filled with fish. There's mullet jumping, there's a bunch of little splashes on the bank, and it seems like every little corner that you come up to and you cast, you're gonna get some type of bite on a small soft plastic. There's a fish. Right up on that shoreline. Cute little guy. Woo! Oh, adorable little baby snook. Dang, he choked that thing. Choked the old Slam Shady. Look at this cute little guy. Dang. Whoa. Look at that. Huh. The smallest snook I've caught in quite a while, but still just a ton of fun. Dang. Out of the yak. Let's let him go. So I have very, very limited experience kayak fishing. I did a little bit for sight fishing redfish up in South Carolina when I was stationed up there a couple years ago. And it wasn't actually my favorite thing to do. I didn't have a pedal drive at all, but I definitely want to do things out of my comfort zone this year. So that's why I wanted to try at least doing a kayak trip. Native Watercraft was nice enough to send over this beautiful kayak. This is just a gorgeous new one. This is a 2023 Slayer Propel Max 10. So it's like a 10.5 foot kayak, so it's compact enough that I can just put it in the back of my truck and not have a problem with it. And it is fishable enough that I can do almost anything, and super wide. You know, you guys can see me standing up, sitting back down, and it has the pedal drive, has the paddle, has enough room for me to put a big old tackle box in the back and my camera stuff, and a cooler if I really needed one. So definitely has all of the fishing capabilities you need, and more of a compact kayak that I think weighs like 70-ish pounds. So it's manageable for one person to load and unload by themselves. So it's pretty sick. Let's see if we can catch another snook. Ooh, cute little snook. Dang, they are aggressive, man. The thump that this little fish just gave me. Wow. Yo, that is wonderful. Dang, man. Oh, you're splashing on the lenses, bro. Chill. Oh, yeah, I know. You got all the attitude in the world. Uh-huh. Bam. Pop that Slam Shady out of there. That Slam Shady is crushing them right now. Look at how beautiful that little fish is. Let's let him go. Grow up to be a 40-incher. So from a very novice kayak angler, here's a couple things that I'm happy that I decided to bring out today, or decided to pick up for like a long day of kayak fishing. Number one has been just this stake. So you see this called like a parket pole. I got this one on Yak Attack, but it just sticks through one of my scupper holes. I just pull the little scupper hole out, jam it into the mud, and then I'm here, I'm put. The wind can't really push me around, and that has just been a lifesaver today, just to kind of hang out and chill. Number two has been just having a pair of pliers just lanyarded in here, just right next to me. And these are my Dancos. These are part of their Lunar 1 lineup, one of their new lineups that they just released. I actually have a code with Danco. You guys can save 10% with my code RyanMaury10. They are a big supporter of the channel. As you can see, Danco shirt, Danco hat, but yeah, my Dancos just have those clipped into the yak, and that has made everything super easy. And lastly has been a cup holder, because y'all, I've been pedaling today. I have been absolutely moving around, and I'm getting exhausted, I'm getting dehydrated, so just having a little cup holder so it just like reminds me to drink water has been huge. Or honestly, I might have passed out here. After we both caught double-digit snook inside this estuary, Trevor said, hey man, let's create something really cool. So he does some work for Native Kayaks, the kayak that we're actually both using today. So he filmed some absolutely epic clips. I want you guys to check these out, because I think he did a stellar job, and he does actual professional cam work, so everything that he does puts what I do to shame. I thought this whole edit turned out so amazing, so check it out.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shit.
After filming some cool stuff, I was like, hey man, I risked it all and brought my drone and my big camera out here, so do you think you could do me a favor and help me fly my drone, and I'll come over to around this bend and see if I can catch a couple snook? Because, you know, you get a lot of drone shots, but as a fisherman, you really want drone shots of you actually catching fish, and you almost never get those. So I thought this was going to be a cool area to see if maybe we could get some drone footage of us hooking up. Woo, got one on. I don't know if you guys can see this from the drone. Trevor's flying my drone for me right now. I'm just hooked up. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. Oh man, he choked it right off that log. Oh man, choked the Fred. That is cool. That's super cool. Beautiful snook off the kayak. This beautiful secluded lagoon. Wow, man, that's awesome. Oh, another one. Ah! Oh my gosh, dude, they're fired up back here. So 2 days of fishing, roadside fishing pretty much, anything that you can access without a boat. I think it turned into a pretty epic couple of days of fishing. Again, if you guys are interested in trying out some lures, literally $1. You get 3 packs of soft plastics and multiple jig heads and 2-week membership. Cancel at any time. Check it out. It's only for the first 100 of you guys. That's down the first link in the description. Anyone that I fished with throughout this video, I have all their information linked down below. Huge shout out to my man Trevor over here for putting me through the ringer today. It was an exhausting day of kayak fishing, but it was absolutely stellar. If you guys want to see some absolute monster fish caught from land, I need you to do me a huge favor. Check out this video right here, and I'll see you guys over there.